Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a story about the time that I almost burned my backyard down and what not to do. So it was a nice sunny day, beautiful, beautiful day. And me and my wife, we have been redecorating our house. We've been getting all kinds of stuff for the house. And so we have a bunch of boxes. And so I'm going throughout the house and I'm cleaning the house up and I'm picking up all the boxes and I'm like, what do I need to do with these boxes? I don't want to just go store them someplace because then they're just going to sit there. So what can I do? And brilliant idea. I have a burn pile in my backyard. And so I'm like, I'll just go throw them on top of the burn pile, light them up, we're good to go. Well, unbeknownst to me, there's a burn ban in our area. And I did not realize. So I'm grabbing the boxes and I go outside and I'm walking outside and I put them on the burn pile, grab my lighter, light it up. Step back. God, I like a good fire, just so you know. I'll step back and I'll be like, wow, yeah, this is good. This is problem solved, right? No. The flames, all of a sudden, I'm standing there and the flames just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And so I grab this bucket specifically, and I have a faucet over here, and I run over and I'm filling this bucket, and I also have another 5-gallon bucket right here. And so I grab that 5-gallon bucket and I'm grabbing it and I'm going water, fire, and I'm switching buckets. Grab this other bucket, water, fire, water. Hey, other way, water, fire, water. So I was running back and forth for an hour and a half, or what it seemed like. And I was like a caffeinated squirrel. I was like, pew, 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 pew. I'll tell you what, by the time that it was said and done, I was like, oh my gosh. I was sweating, I was drenched, and then something happened. My wife shows up. Now, my wife, she has always told me that she did not want me to burn that pile until her dad was here. Because her dad, he's real big into like burning piles of leaves and stuff. And so him and their uncle, they all get together and they burn a bunch of stuff. So they're real good about checking the weather and checking with the communities and stuff to make sure that you can burn. Well, my wife shows up. She gets out of the Jeep. She looks at the fire and the smoke, and she looks at me. She looks at the fire and the smoke, and she looks at me. And her jaw is just like, are you freaking kidding me? She looked like she didn't know if she wanted to punch me in the face or if she wanted to laugh. I think it was a little bit of both. I think so. But by the time that she had actually arrived, I had the fire under control. Like the fire wasn't like insanely huge or anything like that. It was under control and I was constantly putting water. And so I was able to at least slow down and, I didn't have to rush so much. And I was just, put water on, fill this bucket up, go put water on it. But for the rest of the night, we had to sit out there and we had to watch that fire because it was so hot on the bottom that it kept reigniting. So we kept having to put water on there. Now, I will tell you this. I got that swing set put together, that's for sure. No, me and my wife, we sat out here. The kids played outside. We sat out there. I did the swing set. We sat out there probably till about 11:30 at night. And it just, while I'm sitting out there, I'm sitting there thinking like, gosh, like I'm never going to do this again. Like I learned my lesson. That is for sure. And let me tell you what I learned. I learned that you always want to check with your local authorities, make sure that it's okay to burn. And I also learned that if I would put a little thought into it, or even asking if it's okay to burn, I probably would have saved myself a bunch of time and a bunch of embarrassment. So what I learned to not ever do that again. Okay, here's a review. This is what happened. So you got the setup, which is what happened before all of the stuff. And then you got the chaos, which is the meat and the potatoes of the story. And then you got the lesson learned. What did I take away from this experience? What are you going to take away from this experience? So yeah, don't do what I did. Don't do it. Because, again, it'll save you a lot of time, and you'll end up like a bucket firefighter like I did. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day.